To world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, break!
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Check man! Check man!
Looking to throw. Strong. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Off the play fake. Strong. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Go!
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Dolphins had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Off play action. Strong. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
To throw on second down. Strong. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. Tackle by the corner, C.J. Henderson.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
2nd and 7 from the 20. Back to throw. Strong. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. The touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one fielded at the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Harris starts the drive on the ground. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. On 3rd down, here's Harris. Room here to run. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Ready?
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Cope. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Check pass. Ready?
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd down, this is... And oh, he caught it up! Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. George Pickens, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. He missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Off the play fake. Strong. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Now that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Strong. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he's got it down to the 28.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Strong. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 1st down, Coates able to hit his target, Claypool. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumbled it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. Strong. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play.
Come on. Drop 50, drop 60. 19 right.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Strong. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds. This first half.
Let's go now.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Off play action. Strong. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Sanders' kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And they'll accept that penalty.
Ready.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Strong. Forced out to his left. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is up to 8. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Completes this one to Pickens. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game, as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. They don't know if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello in a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Open man is Waddle, complete. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
70.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
To throw on second down. Strong. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Coat. It's brought in by Harris. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Coates. And his throw here's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on second and goal. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that'll make it third and goal.
It's a bit of a dangerous part of the field for them to break into their bag of tricks, but for a minute there, I thought it was going to set up perfectly for them. Instead, they don't get into the end zone, but they do pick up positive yardage.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
Back to throw. Strong. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Steelers are right back in this football game.
Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Coat.
Open man, completes it to Claypool.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. They go play action here on first down.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37. Back to throw again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. A
just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick six, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they did. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick six?
Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think, a guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something.
And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the and now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
To throw on second down. Strong. And that nearly intercepted. But it's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Off the play fake. Strong. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a 1st down. Back to throw. Coates. Throws the out route and finds Claypool. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Ready. Hot 70, hot 70. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
So it's a win for the Dolphins here, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their second-year quarterback.
Yeah, he was just on target all afternoon with 3 touchdown passes. They couldn't find a way to stop him, and ultimately, he guided them to victory.
So for Miami, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year.